east to the west, southwest is the best. Say it. Who are we? Panther pride, we will never hide. Shout it from your chest. Say it. Who are we?
Greetings, Panthers, and welcome to another episode of SWD PantherTV. I'm your host, Caleb Kennard. During the month of September, we spread awareness towards suicide prevention. We should always try to listen and understand our peers because you never know what they're going through. Here's Jalen McCall with the lead story on suicide prevention.
September is Suicide Prevention Month. Globally, 800,000 people die from suicide every year. That's twice the number of homicides. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in young people. 1.4% of global deaths in 2017 were from suicide, with 17% of those deaths being teenagers. Of that 17%, boys are 4 times more likely to die from suicide than girls. However, girls are more likely to attempt suicide than boys. 8.9% of students reported having attempted suicide, with prevalence estimates highest among females, Black non-Hispanic students, and students who identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual. Most causes of suicide can be caused by problems at home, like having abusive parents or feeling pressured by their parents, teachers, and peers. Many times, students may feel stressed and not feeling like they're able to speak to anyone. If you or anyone you know is feeling alone, know that you are not alone. If you feel like hurting yourself or anyone else, please call the new 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, which is available 24/7. That's all for the lead story. Back to you, Caleb.
SWD Panther TV would like to welcome our new assistant principal to the Panther family. Here's Meet the Faculty.
Hey Panthers, welcome to Meet the Faculty. I'm here with...
Miss Tracy Head, assistant principal.
Okay, let's get straight into the questions. 1, how long have you been in the field of education?
So this is my 27th year as an educator. I know I look 18, but I'm really not. Big time 50, woo, hey.
What made you want to step into the role of education?
So I have to be transparent and say when I was sitting in your shoes as an 18-year-old, I really thought I was going to drive 18-wheelers. Like that was my thing I was going to do. Unfortunately, I've never driven an 18-wheeler, never cranked it up, thank goodness, because I will fall asleep driving from here to Atlanta, so that was a great thing. But I went to college and happened to meet a professor who allowed me to do some tutoring, and he said, you know what, you should be a teacher. And I was like, me? No way.
What school were you at before you came to Southwest, and what made you come to Southwest?
So I was at Columbia High School, Mighty Eagles, did the interview, Dr. Glanton liked what he heard, what he saw, and here I am.
And what grade level do you assist for?
So technically my title is 12th grade administrator, but every baby is who I assist with.
Okay, Ms. Head, would you prefer to go to the zoo or the aquarium?
Definitely the aquarium. 1, because it smells better. 2, because I love to see fish in the sea, and I can't swim, so that's my perfect way to see fish in the sea.
That's all we have for Meet the Faculty. Back to you, Caleb.
There are millions of movies and shows out there in the world. Some of them you may have never even considered watching, while others have. I'm curious, Panthers. What shows and movies are you watching? Here's Leslie and Logan with Currently Watching.
What's up, Panthers? It's Logan and Leslie with Currently Watching. We want to see what shows you've been currently watching. Let's get into it. I'm here with...
Eunice Bostic.
What shows have you been currently watching?
Grey's Anatomy.
What is that about?
It's a medical show with like a whole bunch of drama and patients and stuff.
What's been one of the shows that you have been currently watching?
Power.
Why is that?
Mostly because I was just bored. I'm not gonna lie.
Today I'm here with...
Tasia.
And...
Riley.
What current shows have you both been watching?
Batty South.
Batty South.
Today we have...
Cater.
What current shows have you been watching?
All American.
What is that about?
It's about a football player from the ghetto.
Okay.
Tora.
What current shows have you been watching?
P-Valley.
What is that about?
It's about exotic dancers. So if you want to have that Mississippi pride, you should come down to the paint. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard her. Show have you been watching?
Riverdale.
What is that about?
It's about these high school kids that try to solve mysteries. Yeah.
Those shows are kind of interesting. We'll take a watch. And that's Currently Watching with Leslie and Logan. Back to you, Caleb.
Every week on Panther TV, we talk about the events of the past that have led African American people to where we are today. It is important that we embrace our history and celebrate Black excellence. Here's Trinity with Today in Black History.
Today in Black History, in 1957, 9 African American students arrived at Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. Many schools in the South refused to admit Black students, even though the 1954 Brown v. Board of Education Supreme Court decision declared school segregation unconstitutional. Despite resistance, civil rights organizations worked to enroll Black students in segregated schools. Under Bates, the NAACP sued the Little Rock School Board. Then she and her husband recruited 9 students to integrate the all-white Central High School. She taught the students nonviolent tactics and even became actively involved with Central High School's parents organization. When the students were barred from entering the school the first time, Bates created a strategy to protect them from protesters. That's it for Today in Black History. Back to you, Caleb.
Hey teachers, what song do you like to jam to? I know I have a few. Let's go to Joy in Columbus with That's My Jam, Teacher Edition.
What's up, Panthers? Columbus and Joy here. Today we are finding out what our teachers are jamming out to. Let's get it started.
Take the lady like, hey, she fine. Beat it up like.
And that's my jam. And that's my jam.
I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one.
That's my jam.
Right foot creep, oh, walking with that heater. Look around.
That's our jam.
Chili, chili. Down chili.
That's my jam.
And that's all for That's My Jam. Back to you, Caleb.
Okay, some of those songs will definitely be added to my playlist. Next week is Homecoming, Panthers. Are you prepared to see who your king and queen is? Who do you think will be crowned? Here's Amaja and Nathaniel with Homecoming Prediction.
We're asking students who do they think is going to win their class's homecoming court.
What grade are you in?
11th grade.
Who do you think is going to win Miss Junior?
Brooklyn Scrub.
What grade are you in?
9th.
Who do you think is going to win Mr. and Mrs. Freshman?
I think I'm going Mr. Freshman, and I don't really know who's going to win Mr. Freshman.
What grade are you in?
12.
Who do you think that's going to win for 12th grade homecoming?
Leslie Remy.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Who do you think is going to win Mr. and Mrs. Sophomore?
For Mrs. Sophomore, I got Elijah Jackson, and then for Mr. Cameron Miller.
Hope you enjoy.
Hey Panthers, next week is homecoming week, and here's the different themes. On Monday, get ready to be an iconic duo with your bestie for Iconic Duo Day. Tuesday, let's take a step in time with Senior Citizen Day. Are you Team Jock or Team Nerd? Let's find out Wednesday with Jocks versus Nerds. Do you like Adidas or Nikes? On Thursday, it will be a battle between Checks and Stripes. Panthers, let's wind the week down with the big game with Spirit Day on Friday. Seniors wear black, juniors wear blue, sophomores wear white, and freshmen wear gold. That's all for homecoming week. Back to you, Caleb.
Are you up for some SWD sports? You can hear about the latest and upcoming games right here on Panther TV. Here's Amari and Neville with SWD Sports.
Hey Panthers, here are your fall sports for the week. The girls softball team has had a rough week, but hopefully they will redeem themselves tomorrow against Habersham and Monroe. After the loss from Westlake, our football team won against Redan last Friday 55-6. Our mighty Panthers will play against Miller Grove at 7:30 next week for homecoming. Number 1 Billy Johnson has broken the Southwest DeKalb record for the most rushing yards in a single game with 322 yards. Our volleyball team beat both Lithonia and Cross Keys on Tuesday and was victorious against Columbia last week during their senior night. Will our Panthers prevail next week? We sure hope so. Back to you, Caleb.
Don't forget to follow at SWD Athletics on Instagram for more. This concludes this week's episode of SWD Panther TV. I'm your host, Caleb Kennard. Stay tuned for more episodes. And remember, Panthers, always embrace the good traditions. We are Southwest DeKalb. Have a great day, Panthers.
Straight from the deck, yo, that's where you find us. Southwest DeKalb High School, Decatur's finest. We number one, everyone else is standing behind us. SWD produce nothing but grinders. Panther pride, it can be seen up in the hallways. Always Panthers getting it done on all days. And we ain't fazed by other schools around, cause we Southwest for real, yo, we shutting them down. In the class and the sports, on the track and the court, on the mat and the field, yo, it's SWD. Got the best band in the land, they be rocking in the stands. Everybody know the deal. We, yeah.